My name is James William Sr., and this is Kung Fu Epic number 2. So I've started working on my second graphic novel called American Code of Reach. I'm a couple of months behind, but since I won't have my PlayStation for a while, it's time I speed up a little bit. It took me a while to start because I had to figure out this damn laptop. Yeah, me and technology, we are not friends. So I'm on starting my fourth page of doing my cast list right now. So this is like the final two parts of the cast list. I got all this stuff and all the other stuff down. So basically, the cast list is basically character information, you know. So I'm about to start that, and I just wanted to show you this process, which is a whole lot different than what I did last time. What I did the last time with Love 13, which I'm still looking for a publisher. Um, with Love 13, like with the cast list, I hand wrote everything, but I had like supernatural creatures and stuff in there, so I had to change things up. Now, I didn't write it. I didn't write it so that you couldn't distinguish the human characters, but I did have them call people by name. So, like as an example for this, I Kit, I've got something to tell you, blah blah blah, and Faye, blah blah blah. It's written in a different thing. Now, in my other one, I wrote the dialogue for the people talking in blue, and I wrote the dialogue for what was going on in black. So, first off, let me explain that a lot of these things, I googled some Japanese stuff to get Japanese terms and stuff right. So if anything is like misinterpreted, blame that shit on Google because I went through all kinds of Google dictionaries for Japanese stuff and locations and Japanese names that start with I's and alphabetical order basically. And I've used these names, and no one's based on people I know. Like in Love 13, there are two characters that are primarily real people, which is myself and my second father, James Richard Shiflett. Now I know you're wondering why I didn't put my real biological father name in there. I dedicated the book to him and to James Shiflett and to a person that I will not name out my mouth on camera so that I don't have any more legal problems with this person. But I don't think that she can sue me for dedicating a book to her. All right. Well, anyway, um, I did a cast list for that too. I have like 7 gigantic ass books that I wrote hand by hand by hand, and it took me maybe almost a year to write it. So, like I said, now all I need is a producer, and maybe if they can find an artist or whatever, they can draw it and things like that. But I want it out before they decide to draw it because it's a graphic novel written in the form of an autobiographical fantasy. So the events and the places are slightly slightly factitious. Like Stonehenge is real. I've never been there, but I wanted to go there. I wrote about places that I wanted to go or places that I've gone. I haven't been to China, but I did my research before I wrote it, and I took a wild guess about these mountains, and they actually really do exist before I even knew that they existed. So maybe I was channeling a past life or whatever, but it had something to do with some wolves or whatever. And then the final battle is like in Shangri-La or some shit. But they're in Love 13. There are every mythical or legendary creature from like Chinese, Native American, and Greek and Egyptian folklore in there. However, they all pretty much answer to Coyote the Trickster, and there are a lot of references of the good Lord himself. So if you're like probably not like really into Christian, there's also sex in the book. So it's definitely for not for anybody under the age of 18. If I ever get the damn thing published, um, this is basically gonna be the same thing, but not with spiritual like. It's not gonna have like creatures and legends and shit in it. It's all gonna be regular people. They might have powers, they might not. I haven't gotten that far. All I have is a cast list and a concept, and in the concept, the thing will start like basically it'll start from the ending, and then it'll be like one gigantic ass flashback to the beginning and how they got to where they are, and then back to the ending. It'll probably jump back and forth through time because people like that kind of shit. And that shit's kind of the hardest shit to write if you're not a writer. I'm not really a writer. I'm a script writer and an independent filmmaker. and I have made a few independent films that basically, because I didn't have the people I needed, they're kind of not all that great. And if you've been watching my channel, they're there. So I'm gonna let you see. Hopefully you guys can see that. I don't think I'm gonna leave it there long enough for you guys to read it, but this one that I'm working on is called American Konoichi. Now Konoichi means Lady Ninja. I knew that before I looked it up because I have some movies about a Konoichi, but this is completely nothing like those movies. At least if I can help it, it won't be anything like those movies. Basically, the long and short is this these two young ladies, they're half Native American and half Japanese. So their father is a Japanese diplomat who works in America who married their mother before they were born. So he's not an American citizen, but he kind of is an American citizen because he's like a legal citizen because his wife is a Native American. So all their kids are legal. They have a big brother, and then it's a middle sister, that's Kit, and a younger sister, that's Koi. Koi is named after the koi fish because the koi fish in Japan is supposed to be like a good luck charm. I guess it depends on what part of Japan you're in. As a martial artist, I've done some studying on this shit, and sometimes everything that you study isn't 1,000% accurate because, and I don't want to offend anybody Japanese, but you know just like I know that sometimes you tell us American stuff just to shut us the fuck up. Okay, let's sugarcoat that shit because sometimes the Chinese do it, sometimes the Koreans do it, and sometimes a lot of people don't understand it. A lot of Asians are up to speed, and most of us are the ones that are still following behind and just not really aware because here's that trick. Margaret Cho said it best. Oh, me no speak English. Hey, the whole time, they know English. Probably talking about your mother. Anyway, I'm sorry, I couldn't resist that one. That was one of the jokes one of my Korean friends told me. So, yeah, sometimes we speak English, but when we speak in Korean or something, sometimes we might be talking about your mother and you just don't know it. And if you ask us, we'll just smile and act like we don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but yeah, we'll be talking about your mother. Now, I don't know if he was fucking with me, but I thought that was kind of funny. I figured I'd throw that in. So anyway, this is called American Konoichi. I don't want to give you too much because then you won't read the damn thing. But it'll start off with like the final fight. That's how I'm gonna start it, and then I'm gonna take you through time on this magical journey to bring you back up to reality. Hopefully that makes sense. That's all you're gonna get. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. I'm James Williams Jr. Be seeing you.